So I go back to the AutoCAD file, and here from minus 1.23 up to minus 0.31 we have this distance. So let's go back to the Revit file and take a look at the view. I go over here, and in this part I select spot elevation, and I put one over here, then I put another one over here, and then finally another one on here. And I edit this one to 1 meters. I define this one as minus 1.23, and after I've done that, I go to the last one, and here we put minus 0.31. Let me just go back to the Revit file and edit this, and yes, we have minus 0.31. And if we put these ones next to each other, then we're done. So I select this one over here, and I drag it upwards, and I connect it to this one. And after I've done that, I select this one over here, and here I pull it down to here, cancel, and then I go over here. So let's pull it down here again, cancel again, and I define this as minus 0.31 meters. So we need to pull this one downwards so it connects to this one, and this one's probably defined as 0. That's why we have an error here and it doesn't connect. Let me just edit this one to 0, and now it's fixed. Now this is how it looks. As you can see, let me rotate it, and here. Now in this part I need to adjust the height of all of these ramps, and I need to bring them down. So I go to edit type over here, and I edit this structure over here, and I put the thickness on 4 meters, hit apply, and then OK, because we need to fix the height that we have over here, because we're gonna have an issue if it looks like this. So let me go to the edit type section again and just put it on 2 meters temporarily. And this is how it looks like. So I delete this one, and then this one, and this one as well. Get a quick save up to this point. So now we need to draw the stairs over here as well. Let me just pull up the plan, and we have them right here. As you can see, here it is. Let's just pop back to the AutoCAD file. We go over here, and this view that we have, as you can see, it's visible right here. Now let's count the stairs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I go over here again, and I select DI, and our distance is 0.1682. And it goes up to the height of 1, which is our architectural floor. So back to the Revit file, and here I choose the stair tool. And here I choose the monolithic stair option. Let me just go to edit type, and then I'm going to rename this to our entry stair. Let me just type it out, and there we go. Then I hit enter, and here I put our height as 0.2, and then 0.25 for the next one. And we're not going to touch any more settings from now on. Then I hit OK. So after we've done that, let's see, where should we go? To the base section. But let me just draw some stairs before we do that, so we can have them as an example right here. So I go to the work sets, I make a new one, and I'll name it stairs. Let me just type it out, and then I hit OK. Then I go down this menu here, and I choose the stairs as well. So when we're done with that, we have to go to the view, and we pull up the north view, and I select the level 2, and I uncheck this box that says make plan view. So let's see how we should go about this. I go over here and I draw the level from here to here. And I define it as minus 0.41. Let's see where it was, this one. Yes. So I go back and I define it as minus 0.49. And then I go back to our structural plan on the ground floor level. So I choose the stair tool again. On our base level, I scroll down on the second level, which is minus 0.49. And it goes up to our ground floor. So I choose the ground floor as the top level, and the dimension, I write 9 on this one. And then 0.3 for our depth here. So let me just try one over here. This one goes here, and it seems that the numbers match up here. So I finish. So the height that I'm seeing here is not the same that we had in the CAD file. So let's see what the correct one is. Let me go down to another view. So minus 0.49 is our 23rd level. So it seems like I made a mistake. So I choose the 23rd level as our base here. So I hit OK, delete this one, and let's go back. I choose the stair tool again, and I select the base level as the 23rd level. And the top level is our ground floor. And I select 9 over here, which is the one that we had in the CAD file. And then I draw this one here. And for the depth, I'll choose 0.3. So I select this and pull it just exactly to this part right here. And then after that, let's see what our width is. Let's see, it's about 2.6. So I go over here to the dimensions again and I edit it. And after I've done that, I go to the plan again. I select this one and I align it with this other one. Just like this. And there we go. And then I finish it up. So after I've done that, let's take a look at the view that we had. And as you can see, it looks exactly like the one we had in the CAD file. So I select the fence over here and I delete them, and we'll know what to do with them later on. So we go to this other view as well and then delete it again. So now we're right under the storehouse wall here. Let's see in the CAD file, and as you can see, this is the warehouse wall right here that links up with this stair over here. So let's go back to the Revit file. Let's go to this other view that I made earlier, and as you can see, it's exactly the plan that we had over in the CAD file. And later on, after we've done the joinery, we can work on these stairs a bit more. For now, let's go back to our structural floor, and then I select the structural floor tool. So in this section, let's go down here and I put this on structural floors. We have STR floors right here. So I open this up here on the parking ramp and I pull it up to STR floor, and then the pick a wall tool, and all around the walls that we have here, we start the framework. So I put one here. Let's see, another one here, another one here, and using the trim a corner tool, I trim this one with this one. And in this part, as you can see, we have some stairs. So what we'll do for now is I make a rectangle over here, and then using some tools, I'll empty this area out in here. So I finish this up over here and I hit don't attach. And then I go over here and using vertical opening tool, I go over here. Let me zoom in. And right here that we have the stairs, I select the area around it. And in this area down here, we have the ramp for the elderly and disabled, and I select the area around this one as well. And I empty out the space like this. Then I finish up, and then I go to the 3D viewing. So let's see how it turned out. Yes, that's how it looks. So we go to the north view. I right click on this and I choose white frame. And from the modify tab, I choose the icon named multiple join. And I select the floor that we have here. Once again, let me go to this part here. Select it. I hit a tab, and after the floor is highlighted, I click on it. And then I click and drag in this area that we have here. And all the tools that we need are joined up in this way. And then we have an error. Let's see what it says. Let's pull it up. It says highlighted elements are joined but do not intersect, and it's showing 4 elements. Be sure to hit on unjoin elements in this part here, but the rest of the elements will be joined and it's fine. So let's go back to the 3D